Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Bitcoin video on the Wolves of Crypto YouTube channel. Today we have some very important topics to discuss in regards to the short-term price action. Bitcoin, of course, is very overvalued. Any analyst with a brain or any sense of analytical skills understands that the short term right now is extremely overvalued and that bearish momentum is likely to ensue in the coming days. For this reason, I have held back on buying Bitcoin. I have held back on buying Bitcoin not because I believe Bitcoin is in a bad position on the macro scale. I do believe the bottom is in, and I do believe Bitcoin is looking excellent from a macro perspective and tracking very nicely. I've held back for a simple reason that I think Bitcoin will retrace in the coming days here. I do also have a backup plan in case Bitcoin goes upwards further. I will be buying at a specific price point, and in case Bitcoin goes down, I'll be buying at a very specific price point as well. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, I personally do think Bitcoin has bottomed out. I've gone over this so many times. 4-year cycle theory is the main reason. There's many other reasons before. You can check out all of my past previous content if you want a really in-depth analysis of that. But I want to get straight into the actual reason I'm doing this video today. The reason is this, right? We have two reasons, but this is the first one, I should say. I didn't buy yesterday, right? And the reason I didn't buy yesterday is not because I don't think Bitcoin is in a bullish position, is not because I don't think the bottom is in. I do think the Bitcoin bottom is in, and I do think macro we're in a bullish position. The reason I didn't buy is because the short-term price action is ridiculously overbought right now, okay? And TA hasn't been working. You know, I hate to say that. It really hasn't really been working over the past, 2 weeks or week, I should say. It's not that it hasn't been working. It's just that the unlikely scenarios have been playing out over and over again. This move to the upside was exhausted down here at 18K. However, we kept moving upwards regardless of what the TA was suggesting. It's great to see. What it means is that there was a dramatic amount of bullish strength on Bitcoin, and that's great to see. But what we have now on Bitcoin is quite concerning. And this one, I think, will actually play out to the downside. This is an ascending channel formation. You generally see these structures at the top of market pulses, or you see them at the bottom of market dumps. So what generally means with ascending channel formations is it's a pattern of exhaustion. Okay, the price is still moving upwards, and you can really just understand it in English terms. The price moves up sharpwards, sharp, right? It moves up very, very volatile, very sharp in one quick spike to the upside. Obviously, that means in that period of time that we saw this massive spike to the upside, there was a massive amount of buying pressure, a massive amount of bullish dominance and strength. Now, the price has taken a different angle of deviation. We've gone from that sharp move to the upside, and yes, we're still moving upwards, but you can see we're slowing down. What this means is that the balance of power between the bulls and the bears is coming back to a norm, right? We had a massive amount of bullish strength, low amount of bearish strength, and now it's shifting backwards. Yes, the bulls are still in control. Yes, the price is still moving upwards, but generally speaking, if we're going to see a correction, what needs to happen? Well, the shift between bullish power and bearish power needs to happen. And so in the process, you're going to see bullish power still be there, but it's going to be slowing down. That's exactly what ascending channel formation is. These channel formations break to the downside around 72% of the time. If you combine this with the fact that we're seeing bearish RSI divergence on the 4-hourly chart, you can't combine it with the fact that we're seeing the highest or one of the highest RSI levels on the daily chart we've seen since 2021, which is, taking out the entire of 2022, you can pretty easily understand that Bitcoin is very likely to see a correction here, okay? And that's not rocket science. So I've discussed it in previous videos. I'll discuss it again now. And I'll add some new pieces of information to it as well. I've said before, 17.7K, that is the bottom of this green box here. That is the lowest level Bitcoin can go while still remaining bullish. So long as we're above 17.7K, I don't really have many doubts that the bottom is in. I don't really have many doubts that Bitcoin is bullish. If we drop below that, that's when you start doubting again. But at this point in time, I am bullish on Bitcoin macro. I do think it's great. As long as we're above that level at 17.7K. So what I'm looking for now, and the reason why I didn't buy yesterday, of course, is because it's overvalued in the short term. I don't see the point in buying here at 21K when it's highly likely, according to TA, that we drop downwards. Where would I be buying Bitcoin? Well, I'll tell you where, right? Because obviously I could be wrong, and we could move to the upside further, in which case, every single analyst in the market is wrong, because there's no way you could argue the short term's bullish right now, right? So it's very unlikely we break to the upside. Of course, it's possible, but it's unlikely. We need to have a backup plan, of course. The general direction I'm taking with my buying right now is this. I am waiting for Bitcoin to break down from this channel formation. If Bitcoin breaks down to this channel formation, I suspect that Bitcoin will come all the way down to 19.5k. 19.5k, as you can see on this chart here, is the nearest support zone we have on Bitcoin. It is held as a support zone and resistance zone throughout the entire chop period between June 2022 and the current date. 19.5k is also supported very strongly by the 200-day SMA, this green line, and the 200-day SMA has proved to us that it is an important resistance and support zone through what we saw in March, where we saw that dead cat bounce in March, we rejected from that region. So what I am looking for is this. I'm looking for a breakdown on Bitcoin to 19.5k, and around that region, that is where I will buy the rest of my Bitcoin bag. I'm still holding 50% in USDT reserves, and again, 19.5k, which is a drop of around 7%, is where I will be buying the rest of my bag. I might even buy at 19.7, 19.6, just to ensure that I get in, rather than just waiting for it to go down and then it goes to 19.8 instead of 19.5. I might buy a little bit higher, but that's ultimately my plan right now. I want to briefly interrupt this video to talk about the Bitget Exchange. The Bitget Exchange has 5 times lower fees than Binance on futures. It has 0 spot fees for spot trading, meaning you can trade spot for entirely free on every single coin. It has a rewards center. It has a protection fund. It has events regularly run. For example, the FIFA World Cup event it ran recently was in partnership with Messi, the famous football player. There are many, many reasons to sign up using this exchange here, but if you sign up using my exclusive referral link, which you can find a link to in the pinned comment or description, you will get a further 15% decrease on futures fees, and you'll get access to an exclusive reward center in which you can gain access to 4,000 USD in rewards via completing various tasks of various difficulties. Signing up to this exchange using my referral link is by far the best way you can support the channel, and it's the best way you can support yourself as a trader, gaining access to the cheapest exchange on the cryptocurrency market. Now, for my viewers from the United States of America, when you're signing up to the exchange, click on Other as country of residence, as you can see I'm doing on the screen now, and you will be able to sign up and use the exchange normally as a non-KYC customer. You'll be treated exactly the same as everyone else in the exchange. So please sign up using my referral link. Thanks for watching the advertisement. Let's get back into the video. Now, again, obviously, I think that there is a chance, of course, you have to think that nothing's certain in this market, that we do break to the upside. On the occurrence that we do break to the upside, we would have to break the channel and then break the nearest resistance zone above the channel at 21.9k. If we manage to do that and flip that zone, I will happily buy at 22k Bitcoin. So I'm either buying, right? This is very important. I'm either buying at 19.5, which I see as likely to get there, or I'm buying higher at 20.22k, which I see as unlikely to get there. So either way, the buying price is still pretty decent. And I see the lower scenario, the lower price as more likely, therefore I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait it out, 22k on 19.5k. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing on Bitcoin. Now, I want to make it very clear, because I don't know, I haven't really got any of these comments, but I do understand that some people are not as savvy with charts. This is not me flip-flopping. I'm not flip-flopping on anything, right? I still think Bitcoin is bullish. I still think the bottom is in. My opinions in Bitcoin are exactly the same. I just don't see the point of buying when I'm so overvalued right now. I'd rather wait for a better price. It's really as simple as that. That's called circumstantial analysis. Now, you can have all the long-term macro analysis you want, and you can say, oh, I'm going to buy if this happens, I'm going to buy if this happens. But at the end of the day, if Bitcoin's at the highest RSI level you've seen in 2 years, and we're at the most overbought point you've seen, in my personal opinion, for the entirety of 2022 and 2023, you're not going to be buying, right? You're going to be waiting for a retracement. That's simple TA, that's simple analysis. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing on Bitcoin over the next 24 hours, right? That's very important to note. So now that we've covered that, I want to add in a little point here. The S&P 500 is also rejecting from a pretty strong resistance zone. This is another reason why I think Bitcoin will probably go downwards toward 19.5k. I do think 19.5k is likely. Again, if it doesn't play out, if we do go up again, which is a possibility, but it's unlikely, I will be buying at 22k. And to be honest with you, I don't really see the difference between buying at 21.1k and 22k, but I do see a big difference between buying at 21.1k and 19.5k, right? The better price, the lower price with a higher probability is always going to be more favorable than a higher price with a lower probability. This is a time in which, if you haven't bought yet, I would personally I would suggest that you consider waiting, okay? You guys can do what you want. It's obviously up to you. Some people don't care about the exact average price, in which case, go ahead. And obviously, it's not financial advice. That's just my personal opinion on Bitcoin. Now, I said in yesterday's video that I'll be covering macro scenarios today. I will be covering macro scenarios, of course. I'll probably be doing that in tomorrow's video, but I did feel the need to clear this up because in yesterday's video I said I was pretty uncertain about what I'm actually going to be doing in terms of buying. So this video cleared that up perfectly there. Bitcoin's overbought right now. I don't think it will go upwards to the upside. I think every single analyst in the market with a brain would be calling for downside price action here, at least a short-term correction. If it breaks upwards, there's really not much we can say about that from an analytical perspective. We played the odds, and that's all you can do. You have to play the odds. Nothing's certain. If something's more likely, that's what you got to go for. And in this case, 19.5k is certainly more likely. So thank you for watching, guys. Tomorrow we'll be in with macro scenarios. We're going to be discussing the next bull market top. We're going to be discussing, what else? We're going to be discussing when we get above 30k. That's an interesting chart. I actually found a trend on that when we will get above 30k, specifically 28.6k. Lots of stuff to discuss tomorrow, all of which is going to be very, very relevant for long-term price predictions, and it's going to help you guys build a long-term Bitcoin plan because it'll give you a better indication about where Bitcoin will be in specific time periods in 2024 and 2025. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Please stick around the end of the video and watch this advertisement. It means a lot, and I'll catch you in the next one. I want to briefly talk to you guys about the Crypto Academy. The Crypto Academy has a Become a Trader 10-unit course. This is a course developed by myself and Megawell Crypto to teach people in a 10-unit format how to trade, right? You can go on the website, you can check out all the information, you can check out the unit topics, the slides, the videos, the worksheets, and ultimately you can throw us an email here at cryptoacademycourses@gmail.com and we'll send you back an information pamphlet with the full information for free. So check that out, guys. Thanks for watching.